And audio is live. Probably. I think.
Oh, at some point I need to actually see how you've got OBS set up too before I
I've
leave.
got it set up like that. That's how it's set up. Not that that's going to help you, because the thing you actually need are all my settings, which are not on screen at the
Yeah,
moment.
I was about to say I'm more concerned with like the other
Oh,
stuff and shit.
it has begun.
Oh dear.
It's
Bio, what did you do?
No, this should be short, because, like,
There wasn't a
we
lot.
didn't give him fuck all to work with. Although,
no, we really didn't.
poor Bio, we're going to absolutely destroy this man this week.
Yep. R.I.P.I.P. and peace, Bio.
I'm sorry, Bio.
Do we want to do some sort of palate cleansing game next week so Bio actually has time?
Oh, there's going to be plenty of not to worry about, because we're doing doing supports.
Yeah, but the supports also tend to give Bio a lot to work with and a lot to do.
Fine.
Hi, Lar. Also, he added photos to the housewarming thing. Oh, yeah, that would do it.
Who, Bio?
No, the beach hobo.
Oh. How did you get like 5 out of last week, Bio? What the hell? Like, I know you're a wizard, but there was not 5 images worth of stuff there. How did you do this? I mean, one of them was a 2-part, I will grant you, but still.
Oh, the 12th canvas was the Wi-Fi password. I was like, who gets 11 canvases?
I get 11 canvi, which is the proper pluralization of canvas.
Bio says, it's fine.
With regards to next week, incidentally.
Yes, but it's fine as in quotation marks. And as someone who routinely says, it's fine, everything's fine. Why would everything not be fine at work? There is nothing more alarming than someone telling me it's fine.
I also originally wanted to do something based on the conversation Shez and Rodrigue had, but I realized I wouldn't have been able to do it any real justice. Fair. Alright, I gotta remember how my taskbar works. Maymays, there we go. Maximize the thing so I can see what the fuck I'm reading. Alright. For all the random things you can remember at will. Hold on, let me get this straight here. If they break through Hevering territory, you have nothing to put between them and the capital. As unfortunate as it may sound, that is indeed the case. Count Hevering and his men are prepared to make their last stand there to stop them from reaching Enbar if need be. But if we have your help to stop the kingdom's army here, then it won't come to that. Last stand, huh? Typically when someone hires mercenaries for something like this, it's to bolster their army, not replace them outright. Yes, I am painfully aware of that. Ordinarily, I would never ask something of this magnitude of you, but with so many of our generals having either fallen in battle or being taken by the enemy, our army has been in complete disarray. And with what few generals we have left essentially being nothing more than bloodthirsty bandits that were handpicked by His Excellency the Regent, hiring you and your group was the only choice I had. Now, if nothing else, it's at least good to know that you and your squadron still have a decent head on your shoulders, Randolph. But are you sure it's a good idea to just spill the beans like that on how dysfunctional the Empire's forces have been? Look, if I'm gonna hire you for something like this, then it wouldn't sit right with me if you didn't at least know the full picture first. I'd appreciate it if you'd not mention how bad things have gotten, however. It wouldn't do us any good if the morale of my men were to drop even lower than it already is. So, with that in mind, will you help us, Gerald? I can't say it'll be easy, but... Hold it! Before we do anything here, there are 2 conditions I'll need you to agree to first. Rudolph, right? It's actually Randolph. Actually, do I know you from somewhere? You almost seem familiar for some reason. No? I'm decently sure we haven't met before, at least. Gerald, if I may ask, who is this exactly, and why is she glowing? Oh, this would be my daughter, and don't pay any mind to the glowing. She's in charge of a mercenary company alongside me, though she usually doesn't involve herself so directly with negotiations like this. I see. Alright then, if that's the case, then I have no issues with her asking to place some conditions on our agreement. I'm the one who came to you for help, so I'm not in a position to say otherwise. I appreciate you being so accommodating to this. She can be kind of a handful once she actually decides to be interested in something like this. Oh, it's no issue. Who would I be to simply brush off someone's family like that? Now, what were these conditions you mentioned? Sorry, what did you say your name was? I didn't. And first, the purple-haired bastard with the 2 swords is mine. If any of you dare to try to kill her before I get my hands on her, then we're done. Alright, I must admit that's a somewhat strange request, but my men and I will try our best to stay clear of her. And what was the second condition? I don't give a damn how many of their fodder soldiers you end up killing, but if you even think of doing that to any of their commanders, then I will gut you where you stand. Excuse me? And just so we're on the same page here, that wasn't a threat. It was a promise. Sweetie, don't you think that's going a bit far? You've heard my conditions. Now either accept them or fuck off and deal with the problem yourself. Very well. I shall accept the terms you have set for your employment. Just like that. As I said earlier, I'm not in a position to turn down your assistance. Though in exchange, there is one condition I would like to set myself as well. If I were to die in the upcoming battle, then our contract will immediately be void. I ask for your help in the hope that one day the damage that's been done to the Empire can be undone, but if I were to fall here, I wouldn't want your group to be forced to continue aiding the depraved mess it has become. Neat. You got yourself a deal then, whatever your name was. Rudolph?
Richard.
No,
Rutledge.
Now, Richard's like a pretty cool king guy. He's pretty swish. Also, he gave a great outfit to Dave.
Hey.
Violet's memory still manages to be complete shit at times. Sweetie, I know you also have a say in the jobs we take, but did you have to be so intense with him like that? If Randolph hadn't rolled with it like he did, we could have been out of a job before it even began. Sorry, Dad. That guy just... There's something about him that aggravates the hell out of me, but I can't figure out what. Ugh, well, I guess it's water under the bridge now, so there's no use getting hung up over it. Hey, how have you been holding up, Byleth? You don't seem like you've been sleeping much lately. Yeah, kinda hard to sleep when you're constantly radiating light all the damn time. But I wouldn't give to get one of those sleeping masks they had at the school. Right. I honestly still haven't gotten used to your whole glowing thing, but I guess it would be even worse from your end. Now, you're telling me. JPEG has been trying to figure that shit out, but she still hasn't gotten anywhere with it yet. JPEG, huh? Actually, that reminds me. Can you wait here for a minute? There's something I need to go get. A short time later. Here, I want you to have this, Byleth. This sword? I mean, I won't complain about being handed something I can stab someone with, but why are you suddenly giving me a sword exactly? Well, I couldn't help but overhear you talking to yourself a lot recently about not being able to find a weapon you're satisfied with, so I figured you could use this for the time being. At least until you finally find something you're happy with. Oh, thanks, Dad. As long as it helps you feel better than you have for the past while, then that's all the thanks I need, sweetie. Hey, this thing is actually pretty fancy looking. Where'd you get it from, anyway? Oh, it's just something from back in my Knights days. I You haven't really felt like using it for a while now, so it's just been collecting dust in the storage area. Well, I should probably head over to tell everyone where we're heading, so I'll talk with you later. Try not to keep us waiting too long, alright? Huh. That really is quite the sword he gave you. Your dad really is a great guy, Byleth. He must care about you a lot if he'd give you something like that just from overhearing one side of our conversations. Yeah. Hey, why do you suddenly seem so distracted? Something on your mind? Oh, yeah, it's just... I was thinking about that guy who hired us. For some reason, I can't help but feel like I know him, but I can't remember from where. Now that you mention it, I think we have seen that guy before. Oh, that's right. He was the guy you stabbed through the back when Dimitri was taking too long with one of those unhinged monologues he had a habit of doing for a while. JPEG, you do realize how long Dimitri was a murder-happy lunatic for, right? You kinda need to be a bit more specific than that. He was the guy Edelgard sent to invade the school that time when Gilbert almost blew you up and also set Annie and half the school on fire in the process. Oh, that guy! No wonder I couldn't remember him. I was too busy trying not to stab that pyromaniac nutjob in the fucking face at the time! Yeah, fair enough. Guess that was a pretty busy day now that I think about it.
Let's see. Bio says. Hang on.
That's a weird thing for Bio to say.
I'm trying to figure out where the conversation starts. Oh. So I'm pretty sure we all know exactly what is going to happen to Randolph, but even so, I still wanted to treat him with at least a little bit of respect here, since he seems like a decent guy. He also says, don't mind the sword, I have something in mind for later. Also, it's incredibly hilarious to me that in-universe Violet actually hates her stupid green hair too. To the point where she basically says, I want to just go kill some shit so I don't have to think about it for a little bit.
I know, it's great. Alright, coming to an agreement. So, what are we dealing with next, Dimitri? After how poorly that last battle went for them, I can't imagine the Empire's gonna pull any punches this time around. Well, I'm afraid you're correct, Shez. The general who will be opposite us this time is a man named Randolph, and he seems to have taken some heavy precautions to keep us out of Hevering territory. Why does this sound like something that's worrying you more than normal? Because it seems that Randolph has decided to hire Gerald's mercenaries to aid them in their fight against us. Gerald's mercenaries? But then that means that she's gonna be there again too, isn't she? Annie, Lane, why are you both here? We both overheard what you were talking about, and please just be honest with us. We're gonna have to fight the Ashen Demon again, aren't we? Yes, we are. The gravity of this situation, it certainly isn't something that's been lost on me. Well, what do you believe would be the best way to handle this, Shez? You're the one in charge of our forces on the field, so however you see fit to handle this, we'll take your approach. This really is it, huh? The Ashen Demon gets her hands on me again this time, that would probably be all Gerald's group would need to shut us out entirely. Yeah, we can all hold our own pretty well out there, but if she took you out, I don't think it'd be a stretch to say we'd be done for. No, honestly, I don't get what the big deal is. This sounds like the perfect opportunity to finally get rid of that Ashen Demon once and for all. So above all else, I'd say that should be the top priority here. But if we don't kill her, then maybe we could... Seriously. You are seriously still hung up on that. I cannot understand how you haven't gotten this through your thick skull yet, but she wants to fucking murder you. Killing her is the only option you have if you want to avoid being a fucking corpse, so I don't get why you still don't want to go through with it, you brain-dead moron. Arvo, I am going to say this to you one final time. I do not wish to kill the Ashen Demon. Huh? I know the Ashen Demon has caused much trouble for us in our past encounters, but even so, I cannot bring myself to wish harm upon her. Really? I also don't want to have to kill her either, if we can help it. You too, Annie? I know it seems unorthodox to say this, but I can't bring myself to feel any ill will towards her for what she's done either. If anything, I would much rather have her fight alongside us instead of having to put an end to her. Well, I'd say it looks like we're all in agreement then. Huh? Then does that mean... Yeah, I know it'll make things harder for us, and I can't make any promises about what I'll do if I end up having to defend myself from her again, but I'm gonna tell our forces to do their damnedest to stay clear of her out there, so it won't come to that. Thank you, Shez. Yes, I'm not sure why, but it truly feels as if there was a massive weight lifted from my shoulders just now. You have my thanks for this. Hey, no problem, guys. Though, now comes the part where I have to figure out how the hell I'm not gonna end up dead from this.
Bio says, I'm aware Mercy was one of the people who also brought up not wanting to fight Byleth in this scene, but I had something in mind for her later, so I swapped her with Blaine, who made more sense. He says, this one was also just a lot of setup for later to make my life easier if that wasn't obvious. Also, Gil showed up 6 minutes ago.
Oh, late as usual.
But early by his usual late standards.
I mean, listen. An unexpected turn. Huh? Hey there, Sedith. What brings you to the cafeteria like this? I don't usually see you here when it's not actually mealtime. Hello to you as well, Shez. I was simply taking a break from helping His Majesty is all. You've been helping out Dimitri? With what? Matters of military strategy are mostly what he's requested my help with of late. King Dimitri is already quite the leader in his own right, despite his young age, though I'm still more than happy to use my knowledge to aid him in making more informed decisions should he request it. I mean, I get that Dimitri's still pretty young, but you don't appear so long in the tooth yourself, you know. That's certainly a new expression to me. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. It's just something my mom used to say a lot. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that you don't look much older than Dimitri himself, so I was kind of surprised to hear you've been advising him like that. Oh, I see. While it is certainly true that the years have been quite kind to me, I have thoroughly studied the records of the Saints for quite some time now, so I am well versed in the ways of strategy and tactics. Huh. Well, that actually sounds pretty useful. Saint Keyhole, in particular, was known as a veritable genius on the battlefield for his vast tactical knowledge, and is said to have been single-handedly responsible for numerous historic victories. That's nice and all, Sedith, but why, he even penned his own book about the ways of military strategy. It's a widely popular read among soldiers and scholars alike, so I would highly recommend reading it should you get the chance. Okay, that does sound interesting, and I'll be sure to look into it later, but for now... Oh, you're interested, you say? Well, it just so happens that I have some extra copies of it here with me now, so if you would like, I can give one to... Brother! Oh, it is good to see you, Flane. Was there something you needed of me? Do not feign innocence with me, brother. How many times must I ask you to stop bragging about your researched knowledge of St. Keyhole in this way? It is most embarrassing. I fail to see the problem, Flane. Shez and I were simply having a discussion about the many strategic victories of St. Keyhole, and so I was about to give her a copy of... You were even attempting to give away more copies of that old book as well? I kind of feel like I'm missing something here. Oh, my sincerest apologies, Shez. I do hope my brother did not bother you too much with his reminiscing. We shall be on our way now. Right, brother? Very well. I suppose we will have to continue our discussion another time, Shez. Okay, what just happened? Everything about that exchange was just so weird. I know. I was actually kind of hoping to hear some more about that book that he was talking about, but I wasn't expecting things to get so awkward as fast as they did. Hello? Excuse me, but are you the one that's in charge around here? If so, I've been looking for you for a while now. It's second in command, actually. Who are you exactly? I don't think I've seen you around before. Oh, right. I'm really sorry about that. I must have gotten ahead of myself again. My name is Allie. Allie Lance. I'm one of the Alliance generals that was sent along with Commander Marianne and her forces. I just wanted to thank you. It's Shez. And what did you want to thank me for? Well, I wasn't really too sure about this place when we first received our orders to come here, but man, everyone in camp has just been so nice to us ever since then. Especially Annette and Ash. For some reason, the two of them have both been working really hard to make me feel welcome here, even though I'm not really anyone special like the commander or her group. Huh. I really appreciate it, but I'm not the one to thank for that. Everyone here, aside from Felix most of the time, and I guess also Lawrence all of the time now, are just naturally welcoming to newcomers and don't like making them feel left out. Still, I'm really glad to hear that you've been able to enjoy your time with us so far, Allie.
Okay, so, let's see. Okay, so I really just couldn't leave the fact that Seth apparently just goes around humble bragging about St. Keel's accomplishments under the guise of reading into the saints a lot. The fact that Seth, of all people, does that was just too good for me to pass up. And since I didn't really need an entire 7-panel image to get that point across, that also left me some room for something else that came up out of nowhere last session and around that same time. If any of the Hiffle crew was actually going to survive this timeline, Ellie was easily the one who deserved to die the least. And the fact that Alliance General suddenly showed up was just too perfect.
And finally, I'm gonna double check. Yes, finally. I've been bamboozled before. This much stress can't be good for the heart. What do we do now? These damn brawlers, they've been pouring in non-stop ever since we got here. Annette's wyvern is in no shape to fly anywhere. Flame is starting to break down at the thought of fighting more of them after how many sucker punches she's taken, and I'm nowhere near as capable as any of you three are in a fight like this. I will handle this. What? Marianne, you can't be serious. You can't take on this many enemies on your own. Dorothea, we are the only ones who are still fit enough to go for help. And between the two of us, we both know that you can do so faster. Which means that I must remain here to keep the others safe. But I can't just leave you here like this. I promise I will be fine. Now please, hurry. It won't be long before the next wave arrives. Thanks, Marianne. I swear I'll be back with help as soon as I can. I truly wish there was another way, Dorothea. But, Goddess, please forgive me for what I must now do to keep them safe. Hey, looks like the one just ran off. Think we should go after her? Nah. She's taken off, she ain't our problem anymore. Better to just focus on the ones that are left. Good point. This one doesn't look like she'll be much trouble, so let's finish her quick so we can track down the other two. Hold on, is that her breath? But why would it be... Oops. I don't know why it does that, like, every week. Alright, now what's up with the weird sword? I will not let you harm my friends. Ah, ain't that cute. She thinks that flimsy-looking thing is actually gonna help her out against all of us. I bet I could probably snap it clean in half with my bare fist. Dorothea is gone by now, and the others are safely hidden away, which means I can and will use every bit of my power to hold you back. Was that supposed to be intimidating or something? Hey, does it suddenly feel way colder here to you? Howl, Blood Gang, Beast Fang. Sometime later back at camp. Ah, there you are, Dorothea. I'd heard that your group had run into some trouble on your previous mission. You could say that. In any case, I'm relieved that you all made it back safely, despite the problems you faced. If I might ask, where is Marianne? I haven't seen her around camp since you returned. She's resting in the infirmary right now. What? What happened to her? Please stay calm. She's gonna be fine, Dimitri. She's just really exhausted after all the fighting she had to do. Once she rests for a while, she'll be on her feet again, okay? Please, just tell me what happened out there, Dorothea. We ran into a small army's worth of brawlers during the last mission we were sent to handle. Annette and Flane were in no condition to fight, and since I could run the fastest to get help, Marianne chose to stay behind to keep the others safe. By the time I finally got back with Mercedes, Marianne was on the verge of collapsing from exhaustion, and pretty much the entire battlefield had somehow been frozen over, enemy troops included. Dimitri, are you alright? Dimitri? He must have passed out from shock. I guess now Marianne will have someone to keep her company while she's resting. At least once I find someone to help me drag Dimitri and that armor of his over to the infirmary.
So Bio says, and this last one was something I wanted to do after Marianne was suddenly sent out on to solo an entire bandit camp on her own with no warning. And aside from the punchline at the end, the main thought process behind this one is that Marianne holds herself back a lot. She never really got her hands on the thing the last time because of Byleth being herself. But in this timeline, I'd taken to imagining that she's had Bloodgang for a while. But keeps it hidden in favor of using things like axes and stuff because her ice powers are way too fucking strong because she has it. And using it can actually end up harming others due to it.
I also like that she just decided she was gonna treat it like a Zanpakuto. She thinks she's in Bleach. Alright, let me get over to there. Now then.
Bio says, funny thing about that, you know? I don't know where Bio's going with this, but...
That might be... There's a possibility
Spoilers
that's the end of it. It's very probably just what he was going for. So, we did have this guy that Bio pointed out that we hadn't actually talked to, so I'm gonna do that.
How can I serve?
The man charged with defending Havering territory, Randolph, is actually related to Count Berg. I swear we did talk to this guy. Not by blood, mind you, he's the previous Count's stepson from his second wife. He desperately wants to make a name for himself in this war and establish a house of his own. Of course, who knows whether his new house would even have a future in the current empire. There we go. I was literally going to just give her Rukia's sword originally before I remembered a katana from Dark Souls that fit the Bloodgang aesthetic way better. Yeah, so did no Shirayuki would have worked, yeah. Oh, and for Willow's, so no Shirayuki. No, that's the Zanpakuto spirit. Where's the actual sword? Come on, I don't want the human version. Just give me the fucking sword. There, that's close enough. Just a, like, white katana, basically. And that's Rukia, incidentally. Oh, there's a better, like, look at the blade and stuff itself.
He's pretty.
Yes. It was gonna be Hitsugaya's before that. Yeah, Hyorin Maru would have worked too. That's true. Hyorin Maru is not as distinctly icy.
You also, well, I'm probably the only person here that frequently follows Ruby. But Weiss Schnee's sword also would have been a fittingly frosty looking sword to utilize.
And that one there with the weird shuriken handle is Hyorin Maru. It does turn into this fucking sweet ass ice dragon though. via the method of reigning over the frosted heavens. True story.
Although if you're going for katanas, Weiss's sword is technically a rapier.
But you went with Howl, which is, I believe, one of Rangiku's 2 releases that she uses over time, because, at least in the dub, she kind of switches between Growl and Howl for Heineko. So we stole Rangiku's release to use with somebody else's. Oh, it's great. Fucking Rangiku changes hers all the fucking time. Like, it's literally Growl the first time she uses it. Anyway, we talked to that
Anyway,
guy.
Inu's saying all sorts of words that don't compute.
I do need to, I realized, not the record keeper, but that's close enough. Excuse me, Mr. Reward Master, you have a reward for me?
How'd it go?
Oh, giant shell. I was really hoping that was going to be Talisman. Anyway, thanks.
Any result's a good result.
Before you go to that, you know something that would make... Oh, yeah, what's that? What's that, Bio? What's the thing? Tell me the thing. I gotta get Willow's controller anyway.
So, while we're waiting for Bio to type... Oh, hang on. She was going to take care of that. A certain someone tagged along with her as her support.
I mean, I may have been planning on that already, yes.
So in other not actually game-related, well, this game-related news, the Beach Hobo has asked that, because I was telling him I started streaming a game over on my channel, he was like, oh, does that mean that I have permission to use my Twitch channel to stream our Wednesday night gaming? And my response was basically, as long as you don't care if I do the same on YouTube. So apparently our usual weekly Golf with Friendsing is going to be live streamed now.
Cool.
Which is fun. Looking forward to giving away accidentally way too much information on that one.
New support... Oh, right, yeah, new support conversation. Wait, you get Mercy's terrible bow from this normally? Or at least I think... Yeah, normally this is where you would get the Tathlum bow, would be from S ranking this mission. And it's also still terrible, true story.
Yep.
It's literally just a worse version, just like it was in Three Houses. It's just a worse version of the Inexhaustible, yeah.
Yep.
Alright. The Conquest of Hevering. Let's go.
Come on, Arval. Seriously? You can't drag me off to sleep like this when the battle's about to start.
Sorry, but we need to talk. Do you remember the warning I once gave you? Well, I've been struck by a similar premonition.
Which one?
Now.
Don't walk off that cliff?
Something feels wrong. Very wrong.
Or don't walk into that fort of bandits.
Last time this happened,
or...
the Ashen Demon showed up and nearly sent me to an early grave. You think the same thing's gonna happen today?
Or that time I told you not to walk into the active
Hard to
firing
say for
range?
sure.
Oh, god damn it, I'm on top messages.
But the feeling's worse this
That's
time
better.
around. Stronger. So if I had to guess, I'd say they're on the cusp of something terrible. An act far more dangerous than we previously imagined.
Well, whatever's happening, I'm just gonna have to stop it.
So long as you don't put yourself in any unnecessary danger, yes.
Do you
Yeah,
want me to
about
kill the
that.
Ashen Demon or don't you? Now you're telling me not to
Your
fight
death
her?
would cut both of our destinies far too short.
You were sending me mixed signals, sir. Do you want me to kill her or not? Defeat Randolph. Dimitri or Rodriguez routed is our fail condition. Our actions in this battle will greatly impact the outcome of the story. Locate ambushers. We need that. Ironclad defense. We need that.
You basically just want me to hang out at the base and keep the base from falling, right?
Once we get to the go to the place thing, yes. But for the first bit where we have to just take the stuff, go clear shade. We don't need that. I'll take the other two. Okay. Chez, check.
Press the Willow can play button.
Yep. Willow is not Marianne. That is inaccurate. Willow is Faye.
Or at the very least, Willow isn't...
Marianne is also not Marianne.
Willow, at the very least, isn't Mortal Savant
Send the flower
Marianne.
to that
Marianne is
and watch
Dorothea.
it bloom.
Marianne is still not Marianne, though.
Marianne is Annie.
Hold on. I need to double check that this is lined up correctly. Blaine, P2. But that is not a... That's... These are the playables, right? These four. Or, oh, wait, no. Okay, there's... Yeah, there's 4 support units that are just there. Okay. I had to make sure we were on the right shit here. So that needs to be Annie. It's presumably here somewhere,
I
yep.
won't let you down.
And then...
Bio. Hey, don't fuck up. No pressure or anything, but it will be extraordinarily awful if you fucked up, so don't do that. The game.
Is Ash out here? Doesn't look like Ash is out here.
You could just class swap Marianne back over to Trickster.
I'll do what
for
I
now.
need to.
Nah, I'll just bring Ash. Easier. 15 minutes, 1,500 kills, less than 50% damage. Also, don't fuck up.
Yeah, this is the one that I'm worried about.
Taking this
Alright,
territory.
step 1.
Leave this
Dorothea,
one to me.
you are on
This'll be
Shez.
easy with both of
Annie,
them. Give it
you are on
1,000%.
Flame.
We can do it together.
I'm gonna redo both of those in a second. Because everybody all out defense Rodrigue. That's rule number 1. Everybody all out defense Rodrigue.
Leave this one to me.
Now we just redo these.
This'll be easy with both of us.
And Marianne.
Please.
Nope, I need Annie.
Excuse me. I'll give it 1,000%. We can do it together.
Okay. Ready?
Sure.
Greatly advance the
Me
war.
neither. Let's do it.
Now come. Let us strike at their command. The enemy has surrounded our main force, Your Majesty. We must clear them away.
It's not like this is like notoriously the worst route for trying to get through.
Keep your eyes on those mercenaries too.
Ooh, the lightning tornado
No
looks
point
cool.
in us fighting the Ashen Demon here if we can avoid it.
I'll do my best to defend our position.
Don't let the stronghold fall. To your
Hi,
posts,
Annie.
everyone.
Do not let a single one in.
You got assigned to follow. I'll fix that.
Forgive me.
No, she's...
No, I was the one that caused her to join up. She was just kind of chilling out, flying around by me.
Alright. Get ready to intercept stuff as it comes in.
Path is open. Move
I
out.
do happen to remember the path, I believe.
See neither
I'm
hide
gonna
nor hair
get
of the
going
mercenaries.
on that.
Okay, well, I
Most
am
likely
gonna
lying in wait.
fly back over
The
to the
Ashen
main
Demon's
base.
probably with them. We're gonna have a decision on our hands once they show up.
I am
Advance
exclusively
without engaging the mercenary ambushes.
They'll
That's
sniff out any ambushes that might be
I'm
lying around.
exclusively only leaving this base if something gets close.
Order the reconnaissance unit to uncover any ambushes
So
awaiting
I
us.
need to go out this way, then south and over. Yep.
That worked like a charm.
You come
We
out
won't
through
have to worry
here,
about the enemy surprising us
come
now.
down here. We might as well take this while I'm on my way through.
Auxiliary, we need to spot all the enemies. We have to help them.
Oh.
No, we don't. We don't want to go over there. That's a bad idea.
No enemy contact. Let's keep moving.
Far so good.
Mighty indeed. I pray that we continue to evade them.
We need to get up here.
Just ahead. Let's rush them.
On to the next one.
You never cease to amaze me.
Make my way up here. Fleisch has appeared. Time to
You
dip.
won't lay a finger on my brother.
Yeah, I'm not fighting you right now, Fleisch. Excuse me.
Is that Randolph's little sister?
What is she doing here?
Okay, great. Eloise appeared. Now we just need to stop everybody from getting into the base, and we are good to go. I'll warp my way back so I can help.
We go for the jugular.
Alright.
Am I allowed to go other places now? I can't remember.
Yes. Now we need to go and defeat all of the glowy guys. So you're gonna want to head across the flight path and start
Okay.
dealing with the ones over there. I will
Can do.
start dealing with some of the ones that are closer to home.
Closing this gate might buy us some time.
I'm gonna close the gate.
Now, close the gate.
Yeah, thank you, Rodrigue. Paladin. I don't care about the Paladin. He's not important. If the Paladin dies, that is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Paladin doesn't matter.
Bring me someone worth my time.
I got you.
These maps sometimes.
I hear ya. Okay. I took 5 seconds to go aid the Paladin. I can now ignore the Paladin.
Only us there, even though there looks like there should be. Oh, but there's a base. Screw you, Wyvern Lord. Oh, look, more Wyvern Lords.
I told you to head across the flight gap.
We will not let them inside our base.
Yeah, you just continue to not do that, thanks.
Yeah, you keep doing what you were already doing and let us deal with everything else.
Oh my god, come back!
Felix, would you stop trying to pretend you're doing anything useful?
Eloise, you're not going in there.
So easy. Is that really the best you can
Eloise
do?
is down.
Well, it'll take more than that.
Still don't touch Fleisch.
Pretty sure Fleisch is the one.
She's the one on the
over
left.
there. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this base, and that should leave us in a pretty
Okay.
good place.
We've now defeated them. They never got into the base. The ambush is a failure. Great. That's good. Now, Fleisch needs to go down, so I'll go get working on that while you take additional bases.
I'm also just going to clean up some of the other commanders on the map, just in case they decide they want to try and be a problem.
Yep. We are, for anyone curious, we are on pace. Like, we have thus far not fucked up. If you kill Fleisch before now, you fuck up. If Alois or any of his friends get in the base, you fuck up. Like, it's extremely easy to fuck up.
Yeah, this is the
If
easiest
you don't
route
follow
to
that
screw.
exact green highlighted path that I followed before,
You
you
fuck
fuck
up.
up.
Oh, you can order Ash to go get the chest.
Alright.
I've cleared the path to it.
For reminding me, Ash, stop doing whatever you're doing and go over there to get the chest. There we go.
Let's move that.
If you want to get through here, you'll have to kill
Alright,
me
bye,
first.
Fleisch. Yeah, I just did, thanks.
As it pains me, we cannot relent. We do not defeat your commander. This battle will never reach its conclusion.
So,
I'm so sorry.
now the trick is... Not enough kills yet.
Please stay safe.
Go kill a stronghold. So, in like a second, we're gonna have a Randolph spawn happen.
Eloise has foundered. I'll be right there.
And I need to kill... So we need to not kill Byleth. Nobody engage Byleth.
Then it falls to me.
And I need to go beat up Randolph.
The commander is joining the battle. Everyone, on me. Our moment for victory has come.
Now, as long as we beat Randolph without killing Byleth, we are good to go. So I am just going to lay all of the damage into this man's face.
I took a couple extra strongholds, but now I'm kind of just retreating back to our base so I don't accidentally mess anything up.
Action demons come. We must finish off Randolph before that monster arrives.
Good news, I already did it.
Fleisch. Forgive
So Eloise fucked up? Sounds about right. Violet. Hey, Alex.
I leave to take care of one backup squad.
At least
and come
Fleisch
back
didn't
to
live long
this.
enough to see you
What
die
a
this time.
mess.
Randolph is defeated, and you are the only ones who remain. The question now is,
First
will you
try.
and your mercenaries yield?
I see no other choice.
Well thought, everyone. We emerge victorious.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, as soon as we get back to camp, we're actually running this again from the
can I
record
say?
keeper just so you guys
Got
can
us.
see the bad end of it.
You
Yeah,
rolled right
bad
over
end.
us and took out our employer. I know when it's time to raise the white flag.
Wait, that's it? You're giving up?
We've faced you in battle many times, only to be bested at every turn.
Yeah, you've pretty much run us out of business by now.
By the way, all of this,
Easy for
almost
me.
none of it is happening.
Sometimes.
Shocker.
And no matter how good our reputation is, none of it matters if we can't actually win. At this rate, I'll have to stop calling myself the Blade Breaker.
The blade broken, more
In
like.
that case, what would you say to a new employee?
This man has the crest of
The whole
Saros,
kingdom
by
of
the
Mars.
way.
He does.
I don't know why,
crossed
but he has
swords
the
many
crest of
times and
Saros.
suffered great losses
Which
on both
implies that he's
sides.
descended from Rhea.
We surely bear some
It
bad
also
blood.
implies
implies
he's blood
that-
related to
Part of me wonders
Edelgard
if we cannot
too,
put
even if
that
it's only
gruesome
thin
history
at this
behind us.
point.
Right. And also implies
Assuming, of
that
course,
his
it was
wife
coin,
was also like
not
his
conviction
cousin.
that brought you to
Somehow.
the
His like
Empire's
distant cousin.
Don't worry, words like conviction aren't even in a merc's vocabulary. But if we do join up with you, I can't imagine there will be much avoiding the Knights of Saros. The problem is, me and the Archbishop have a bit of a
Fine,
past.
Star Wars has done worse.
I prefer to keep my distance if I can.
I'm not sure that
I'll
there-
remember that.
I mean, the only thing I
The
could think
church has
that there
stationed
might be a
themselves in the
spoiler of
town
that
of
is from like
Camelot
Silver
within
and
blatant
Snow.
territory.
Maybe.
We'll be sure to keep you away from there.
Like, it's certainly...
And I promise
I've
to
finished
warn
this
you
game.
should
It's
Lady
certainly
Rhea
never
ever
mentioned
visit our
here. And I
encampment.
don't think it was ever mentioned in the Blue Lions route.
Ah, and I'll place you in a separate unit
houses,
should we ever
so.
fight alongside the knights themselves. Are those conditions agreeable?
Which green eye?
We could
You're gonna
use your
have to be...
strength among our ranks, if you're
Are we
willing to
talking
join.
about Byleth, who's definitely not
Yeah,
supposed
you
to be
should join us.
green-eyed?
I mean, by now we all know
Elle might be
firsthand
talking
how
about
strong
Violet.
you are. And sure, there might be some folks here and there who have reservations about you fighting on our side.
Yeah, with the green hair. Yeah, that's
They'll definitely come
Byleth,
around once they see how dependable you
who
are.
was the main character from Three
What do you
Houses.
say? I doubt the Empire will have any jobs for us after
Next
all
to
of
this guard
this.
dude talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Violet.
Yeah, that's
No
Byleth.
better
She's
time for a
guard talking
fresh
dude's
start.
daughter, who is normally
agree.
blue-haired and blue-eyed. Violet's eyes are blue.
Louise?
Yeah, I know, right?
Strange, being back on the same side as your old knight
But
friends.
Violet is supposed to have blue hair and blue eyes,
Already made my
but
decision. I
then
have
some
sworn to
shit
follow
happened,
this
and now
fine
she's
captain
glowing.
wherever he
Don't
goes.
question it.
Besides, I'm sure my allies will welcome me back with...
Hold on. Where?
Well, not with open arms.
There's real Byleth.
They'll welcome me back with crossed arms.
Well, I guess that's that. Just tell us when we start.
Yes, I
I'll
do
go
still
talk
have
to
that
the group
fucking
and smooth
tabbed.
things over. You two, stay here with the client.
It's still there.
Got it, thanks.
Much like, you know, this is
Understood,
still
Captain.
here. And this. And
we
this.
have a good bit of smoothing over to do on our end as well. Let's get to it.
He also hates having green eyes and hair, like, a lot. Like, even in universe, she's like, I'm gonna go fight stuff so I don't have to think about it. Fucking straight S's, let's go! On a actual successful
myself
recruit of
stop here.
Byleth, too. That's,
Yep.
like, irritatingly difficult. And we didn't even let the paladin die.
Yeah, we were very efficient.
That's, like, the best I've ever done at that map. I mean, it helps having somebody else do, like,
Yeah.
half of the
half
work.
of the work.
Yeah. Having somebody else to deal with everything else while you're doing all the plot critical shit to make sure you don't, like, fail on that is so useful. The enlightened one, Byleth, has returned. Hello, Byleth. And also Dark Knight Geralt.
That's actually his preferred class, though, isn't it?
No, Holy Knight.
Holy Knight?
Holy Knight. We're finally home. We're back.
It feels strange standing here with the Bladebreaker and the Ashen Demon after all we've been through.
After all we've been
We
through,
have fought
cue
so many
traumatized
times.
Ash.
I never expected we would end up on the same side.
Those two give us quite the struggle. All the better that they're on our side now. I've got my own grievances, but the end result is a positive one.
And whatever we may feel, this is His Majesty's choice.
Not everyone will be too happy about it, but let's all just try and get along, okay? Though I'm sure the Ashen Demon being such a stunning beauty will soften the blow a bit. Kidding. of
Fuck off,
course.
Sylvain. Glad to see you haven't changed.
You'd outgrown those jokes.
What? When have we ever
Do
met?
yourself a favor and stay quiet.
It'll be an honor teaming up with you. Oh, and don't let me forget to introduce you to everyone later. I think we should start with a nice sparring session.
Strange
That's
to
the
be
Blue
here with you
Lion's
after
way,
everything
isn't
we've been
it?
through. Shez flashes back to all the time she got killed, was actually killed, and
Indeed
immediately
it is.
wanders off.
I recall the same thing happening the last time we invited a mercenary into our ranks.
We're happy to be here, and try to fit in, kid.
We know all too well what you're capable of. I'm glad such might will now be fighting for our cause, rather than against it.
I'll start researching how best to incorporate Geralt and his mercenaries into our formations. From here, we plan to join up with the Alliance and the Church. then march on Garrick Mach as one unified force. I'll do what I must to ensure Lady Rhea doesn't come into contact with our new friends here.
I appreciate it.
And what of our other mercenary friend? You've been awfully quiet. Where did they go?
Hey, Shez literally did just fuck off like a forever ago.
Sorry about all this, Arval. I know you've only been giving me your powers.
Try to
because
fit
you want me to
in.
beat
Alright,
the
sweetie.
Ashen Demon.
You have no idea, Dad.
Don't worry about it. It's for the best, right? For all my doomsaying, everything seems to be right as rain. Recruiting Gerald's mercenaries and the Ashen Demon was the right choice.
So you say.
I hope you're right.
What's wrong? Feeling lost now that you don't have an enemy to chase around the countryside?
I'm not lost. I know exactly what I've got to do. Win this war. I'm gonna help Dimitri and my friends make a new Fodlan where everyone can
Everyone's
live in
just so
peace.
happy for reasons they can't understand to have Violet here that literally all of them
snarky
didn't notice
follow-up
Shez
for that?
fucked off like a minute into the
It's
conversation.
hardly the first time you've mentioned it. I suppose it's a fine goal, yes. If that's what you want, then I'll just have to help you achieve it. After all, I'm your partner in destiny. I'm here for you and you alone.
I pray for your safety in the coming battle, Your Majesty. And you can rest easy.
Oh, I
We
thought
will
you
cover
might
the
be
Western
Ally
Front
Lance
in
for
your
a
I
second,
know,
but no,
me
you're
too.
just Kingdom Knight.
I don't know what I've done to deserve such reliable knights in my service, but I thank you all the same. The monastery will be ours. I swear it. Now,
Kenigdom is not
let
nearly
us
as
all
cool as
live to
Ally
see
Lance.
the sun rise on Fargus another day. Yes, Your Majesty.
No, it's King Dom. He's
this is
the
it.
king of another
The final
country.
push.
Indeed.
His last name's Knight.
And
King
with Leicester
Dom
and the
Knight.
Church involved, this will undoubtedly
His
be our
shoulders are too
largest
dumb
battle
looking
since
to
this
be
very
Ally,
war
that's
began.
true. I just saw the hat and I was like, oh, it's Ally!
By now,
No, it's not.
We're well acquainted with what Adrestia is capable of. Yet, it's difficult to predict what we'll be up against. All we can do now is take up arms to fight, survive, and ultimately carve our way to victory.
Every one of our battles so far has been important, yes. But this one seems almost overwhelmingly so, especially considering how far we have come to get here.
But at the same time, it all feels like it's happened so quick. I mean, I can remember the Empire declaring war on the Church as if it were yesterday.
If you don't mind me asking, Your Majesty, say we do get the monastery back. What happens then?
We push forward to Enbar, of course.
Man, there's so much stuff happening that I'm not gonna touch because of reasons.
But there's no sense speaking of such matters now. We must focus on the task at hand.
We are ever by your side, Your Majesty.
All we care
No
about
matter
is the
what
real
comes
canon,
next.
not the fake game canon
All
here.
of us have chosen this path, and we will stand by it.
What's wrong, Mercy? Are you nervous? Oh, no. I was just thinking about something.
No, there
Do
is
you
still one
remember
more
that
recruit.
Death Knight who was fighting with the Empire?
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
I
you're right,
wonder
there is
where
one
he
more.
now. Huh. Good question. He used to
I
show
think
up
this is
all
the only
time,
route where
but it's
Violet
been a
is
while
not the
since he's
last
made an
recruit.
appearance.
Although,
I guess we better
maybe
be ready for him
Mercy's
to come
last
charging out at any
in
moment,
Edelgard's.
just to be safe. Yes, I think you're right. He was quite the warrior.
Come on, everyone. We've got to get to ALL before the enemy catches on to us.
Almost none of these people are going to be here because of reasons. It's fine.
Azure Gleam. Clash of Torment.
Torment.
The Kingdom, Alliance, and Church of Seros join hands. laying bare their true aim, forcing the Empire to split their army between the eastern and western fronts. Their united armies gather their elite soldiers in the Valley of Torment and begin the march to reclaim Garreg Mach. However, the Empire will not sit idly by and let them take it.
Nice of you to swing by, Dimitri. Looks like we're all here then.
Hi,
Apologies
Hilda.
for the wait. How go the preparations?
Actually, yeah, we would still get him, wouldn't we?
All set.
That one
We're ready
support
to
scene
ring
that
in the new
Mercy
year
and
with the
Felix had
greatest
would make
victory
no
Fodlan
fucking
has
sense
ever seen.
otherwise.
Every last soldier we could find is in formation and raring to go.
You'll see for yourself soon enough, and I think you're gonna like how it's looking. Are you planning on heading south right away?
That was my intention, yes. Why? Does something trouble you?
A bit, yeah. We got a report just over a month ago that Count Burgleys had withdrawn from the Eastern Front. Which happens to line up exactly with when we pulled our
I
own
actually
forces
love
back.
this map.
It's all a little too convenient, if you ask me. What I'm not sure of is whether he puzzled out our plan with Garreg Mach, or if he fell back to fortify Enbar instead. I guess the real question is how crafty the people calling the shots for the Imperials are.
They left quite the impression on us.
He's right. We had our hands full and more over in the west. Every time we claimed a territory, we'd look for spots to set up camp, only to find the army had razed all the towns and fields to the ground as they retreated.
If they're going that far, there's a good chance they've caught on to our plan. Though I doubt they're expecting all their enemies to come marching through the Valley of Torment hand in hand.
Couldn't we have picked an easier way, though? I'm practically swimming in sweat in this heat. Let's just hope we're almost out.
I see you have scarcely changed from your days at the Academy, Hilda.
Sedith and Lady Rhea. Are you joining the cause as well?
I refuse to spectate from afar while the fate of Fodlan hangs in the balance.
Well, sure, but if something were to happen to you, it would be the end of the whole church.
I am capable of taking care of myself, and I want nothing more than to aid you in this battle.
We know every inch this valley has to offer. Allow us to guide you.
If we can traverse it unnoticed, we should arrive at Garreg Mach without incident.
Yeah, because that's gonna
The
happen.
valley's terrain, however, is well suited for ambushes and other such craven tactics.
Yes, we must exercise the utmost caution as we proceed. Our movements should be not only swift, but sensible.
And in the off chance we do face hostilities, we'll surely require help from the Knights of
Wow,
Ceres.
the difference in tone between Hilda's Sedith and Lady Rhea says so much.
Now come, let us restore our rightful claim to Garreg Mach, and put an end to this monstrous tyranny.
I still can't get over that being... It doesn't click for me.
What?
Rhea. Like, I know who it is. I know it's Jeremy, but it just doesn't sound like Jeremy. Are you sharing this
Would you
suggestion?
mind listening to my idea?
Lane wants to give us more activity points.
No, we need the training points.
We definitely need the training points.
As much as I would like to make Flane happy.
Alright. Step the first. Record keeper!
Greetings. Which battle do you wish to reflect on?
We are currently in chapter 13. Oh, chapter there. And scrounge. Nope. Wait a.
It's always at the top.
So it is. Alright, Shez, you're not coming. I mean, you might be, just not as, like, one of the main party. Violet! Dorothea, Blaine, Annie.
I kind of want to play as Sothis.
Do you? I mean, I'll give you Sothis.
Because it's the only time we're replaying a map, probably.
Defeat
There you go, she's a paladin. She's wielding Lewin, have fun.
That's okay. It's weird, but it's okay.
And just in case,
I can fight as well.
I'll give you Flame as backup. And double just in case.
Time to go to work.
Just have Shez running around doing Shez things.
Alright, epically fuck it up time.
Shez, you know how you weren't sure about what people do when they actually have free time? Guess what? You're about to have a lot of time.
You actually didn't press the player 2 button.
Oh,
it's
thank
fine.
you. You didn't remind me.
I forgot.
Leave this one to me. This'll be easy with both of us.
The advent.
The good news is, it's really easy to fix.
That's true.
Oh, we're about to see what happens if we screw up the Ashen Demon recruitment. Because it is real easy to do on this, like on this route.
Which battle do you wish to reflect on?
Why are you putting on locate ambushers?
Just cause. Alright, seems good. Let's play as JPEG. Why? Because the only chance I'll ever have this playthrough doesn't remember to say push the play as JPEG button. Yeah, right?
Leave this one to me.
Excuse me.
This'll be easy with both of us.
I will give it my all. I will assist you.
Will greatly advance the war front. Now come, let us strike at their command.
The enemy has surrounded our main force, Your Majesty. We must clear them away.
Alright, remember, we have more than the Imperial troops in Randolph to think about. Keep your eyes on those mercenaries, too.
No point in us fighting the Ashen Demon here if we can avoid it.
Forgive me, but we can't afford to lose here.
Just one left.
As Violet just makes fields of flame everywhere.
Okay, I've messed it up already.
See neither hide nor hair of the mercenaries. They're most likely lying in wait.
And the Ashen Demon's probably with them. We're gonna have a decision on
Yes,
our
the
hands
Ashen
once they
Demon
show
is
up.
probably with them and not standing right here and helping to kill shit.
Good thing we brought a recon in. They'll sniff out any ambushes that might be lying around.
Our auxiliary unit is battling the enemy. We have to help them.
Do we?
I guess I'll go help the stupid losers.
Now, descend upon them!
Eloise is a beard.
The enemy draws near. We must protect Randolph.
Violet is a beard.
Keep looking for ambushes. I'll have the reconnaissance unit pull back.
The mercenaries sprung their ambush, making this the perfect chance to raid the enemy base.
Also, Flash smashes people.
The enemy must be desperate.
Which
But
is
all will be lost
hilarious.
if our base falls. Send
Leash
reinforcements.
thinks she gets to do anything even
Closing this
remotely
gate might
useful.
buy us some time. Good. It's not over. Now, close the gate.
Thank you.
Bring me someone worth my time.
Oh, Flash! This is for killing Roderick in the previous timeline, you bitch!
She's pretty young for a giant. Not that we have the right to talk about that.
I must stand my ground. For Randolph.
Her Flash is dead.
As it pains me, we cannot relent. We do not defeat your commander. This battle will never reach its conclusion.
Hi, Eloise.
Randolph, I'm so sorry. Please stay safe.
Please! No! If only I had done more to stop fighting!
I'd better not take any more chances. I shall retreat for now.
I'm with Gerald's band, you know. Don't think I'll go down so easily.
Stay out of my way!
Let's end this. I am ready.
I was one of the mercenaries, the Gerald's still alive.
Because I've just been clearing the bases on the outer edge, so I haven't touched any of the inner edge stuff yet.
Is everyone alright?
I'm taking as many of you down as I can.
Violet opened the gates to intercept. Cute.
Here they are. Keep your wits about you. I don't care who you are. You go no further.
I'm you, but better.
Like this.
Bye.
I can still win this. No, not again. I have to get out of here.
The Ashen Demon has fled. Should we not give chase? I bear a report from Lord Rodrigue, Your Majesty. Enemy reinforcements are approaching our base.
That's not good. But we can't afford to let up now.
Indeed. Felix and I will go. That will be more efficient than dividing our entire army.
Demon has fled. In that case, I have no choice but to engage. No matter the cost, I must not lose. Place. Memory gives me the strength to go on.
Randolph!
Could have done better.
Randolph is dead.
Flesh. Forgive me.
That's their commander down. Surely that's the end of this battle, right?
I leave to take care of one backup squad and come back to this? What a mess. I doubt old Randolph could rest in peace without me getting a little payback first.
Two's better than one. No
I have to stop him.
It ends here!
I don't remember agreeing to take the rear.
I got it. Don't worry.
I'll do my best. Let's move.
I'll have to charge double for this. That's not good. Too late to get away now.
Go with luck. Prepare yourself.
Really? You're gonna be that stubborn. There we go. No, we're not going for this ending.
Like
we're just showing you what it looks like.
About time my luck ran out. Guess I'm overdue. The rest.
I fucked up already. JPEG, this is my pilot. This is the one who does all the body stuff around here while you do the thinking stuff she doesn't usually pay attention to.
I defeated the Blade Breaker. I can't believe it.
You should be more careful, Felix.
What do you know of caution? I guess this is it then.
So it would seem.
Your Majesty! It's good to see you safe.
Ah, and you, Rodrigue.
Well,
why are you
Felix,
carrying a spear?
I trust you've been keeping a watchful eye on him.
I'm afraid there's no watching out for my recklessness.
Now you admit it. We need you in one piece.
See that, Lambert? Just like when we were their age.
You were there every step of the way.
All right. The others are waiting. We wouldn't want them to worry about...
You'll pay for this!
The steadfast and the vigorous. You would offer them as tribute? Again. You resist me?
No! Not exactly the way I thought I'd meet my end, but... I can only hope that I served you well.
Don't say that. We'll get you help.
Protect them, Felix. His Majesty. And the kingdom.
I swear that I will.
Lambert. Glenn. Forgive me.
And that's how you permanently lose a unit.
Yep.
Gerald's gone?
No. This is all my fault. I let them walk all over me. I left him unprotected. I'm sorry, Captain. I'm so sorry.
It is what it is. Mercenaries live short lives.
It did not have to be like this. Had you not scorned my strength, your father would yet live.
The Captain was a true titan among men. I... can't believe he's gone.
There is a way to solve this woe. Just grant to me your worldly flesh, and vengeance shall be yours. We must now send the whelp that killed your father to an early grave.
Do you mind taking command for a while, Aloise? There's something I need to do.
Well, yes, of course, but surely I can aid you.
No. This task is mine alone.
Very well. But don't you dare get yourself killed.
Who do you think I am, Gerald? Oh shit, that was darker than I meant it to be.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reality of war. We always knew days like today would come. More than anything, I'm worried about how Felix and Dimitri must be feeling right now.
Where's Dimitri and Felix?
They are still talking with the other lords about where we go from here. Rodrigue's death has left some massive shoes to fill.
And now all your friends hate you,
Rodrigue wanted
Shez.
every second of his
Good.
life to the kingdom, even after he stepped down as a duke. There are always plenty of pieces to pick up when you lose someone like that.
Listen, this is all my fault. If only I'd figured out what they were up to sooner.
I know you won't listen if I tell you you're wrong, so let me just say this. Nothing you do will bring back the dead. And that includes blaming yourself for what happened.
Even if it is your fault.
Yeah.
Exclusively yours.
You're right.
Come on, it's getting late. I think we could all use a nice dinner and a good night's rest right now.
I get that they're trying to make me feel better, but I still can't help but blame myself. I'm sorry, Arval. You were right. All this stuff
See,
about
Shez, the problem is that you listen to the voice in your head that was purposefully giving you wrong directions.
What's done is done, and in the end, you've lost someone quite dear to you. A sad turn of events, yes, but you can't wallow in it. No matter how much it may hurt now, this pain will make you stronger. I'm sure of it.
I hope you're right. And I guess it's worth remembering there are people much more affected by this than I am. Not much choice now but to toughen up. And one of these days, defeat the Ashen Demon.
Didn't get enough kills that time. Hilariously.
One step.
I am intrigued.
Ash also didn't get to that chest in time. You have no right to say anything here, Arval. You are the one who wanted this to happen. Yeah, it's pretty fucked. So yeah, that's the timeline where you screw up recruiting Byleth. That's the timeline where if you take one step off of that green path, or one person steps foot in that base, or you accidentally kill Fleisch because you didn't know you weren't supposed to, or, you know, any of the 4 other ways you can fuck that up on that route.
Mm-hmm.
Then that happens, and you're like, what the fuck, man?
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Alright, let's have some words. Not pictured. Shez getting fucking gutted an hour from then with no one stepping up to help her because fuck that timeline's awful version of Shez.
Excuse me.
What must we do to attain victory over such a fierce opponent? I speak of your next goal. I wish to be of as much use to you as I can, seeing as we're partners in destiny. Strength alone will be insufficient. We must be clever as well. I know it's not there, but I want it to be there. Please, please just be there. Nope. Why can't I put her in Academy? Let me use Academy, Byleth.
Because she's never been.
Silly Arval, it's funny that you think Shaz is actually going to be doing shit. Shaz, you're benched. Except for when we are forced to use you, which is going to be a few times, but...
Oh yeah.
His Majesty and Felix have really risen to the occasion. 10 years ago, they were squabbling over who broke whose sword. Now look at them. One's a king and the other's a duke. They're fighting at each other's side, issuing orders to other lords. I won't lie, still hard to believe. Maybe it's time I get my act together too. And maybe. Never in a million years did I think Gerald's mercenaries would become our allies. When you said you wanted them on our side, I thought you might have taken a hard hit on the head or something. But you actually pulled it off. You really can do anything, except for participate for the rest of the game. Since joining the Kingdom Army, I've been to a myriad of places and seen all variety of landscapes. But ALL is truly extraordinary. I don't think there's anywhere else like it in all of Fodlan. Have you heard the story of how it came to be? That this is all the work of the goddess? It's just a folktale, but I think how terrifying it would be if it were true. If the goddess saw our current state of affairs and got angry again, then we would all be in grave danger.
Did you know?
I was recently reunited with Hilda after a terribly long time apart. She had been worried about me. She's always spoken so kindly to me, even at the Officers' Academy. I had thought it best to keep others at arm's length, and never even so much as said thank you to them. But when we were separated, I found myself missing Hilda dearly. I guess what I'm saying is, it's nice to have a friend. She makes me feel stronger and more courageous. Hey, so you're benched. Huh? But I'm the field commander. You can't just... What was your loss to win ratio against me? Yeah, yep, basically. Yuri! It's only a matter of time before the enemy gets wind of what we're after. In fact, they might have already.
Well, what do you think?
We'd be wise to consider the possibility of a massive battle in the Valley of Torment. You're right, we should be catching the enemy off guard, but they might have enough time to deploy a small elite force. That probably depends on Count Hevering, since he's defending the West, and how quickly the Emperor will react. The sooner she does, the more likely they'll send a larger army. That being said, we're also deploying a small raiding party of our most elite in anticipation of that. Not to mention we'll be doing battle in ALL, where larger numbers aren't particularly an advantage. I don't think it'll be impossible to win. Oh, this is one of those one-chapter ones, isn't it?
I think it is.
Because Anna's already here. Oh my, we may finally be able to return to Garreg Mach. The monastery serves as a symbol of the Holy Church of Seiros. In the name of the goddess, we must stop at nothing to reclaim it. Furthermore, if we do return, we shall no longer have to burden the kingdom so. It's been so long, Father. How have you been faring in the Alliance? Just fine, Annette. I'm relieved to see no harm has come to you. Yeah, the others do a good job looking out for me. Are you going to be joining us in the fight for Garreg Mach? I would like to, but I've been charged with managing our reserve troops. Once I've finished here, I am to return to the capital to gather Duke Yvonne and Margrave Gautier.
No way!
Working yourself to the bone as usual. Not that I want you fighting on the front lines, but isn't running and doing all these errands exhausting? Indeed it is, but you must forgive me. These duties bear great importance as well. And as soon as Byleth turns up, Marianne starts bouncing back to normal. It's incredible, right? Like, Byleth shows up and Marianne's just like, friends are great. I love having friends. Where we are now isn't unbearable, but I'm sure it will get hotter once we enter the valley.
That isn't good.
Many people from Fargus don't do well in the heat, so I can't help but be concerned for them. There's gotta be a way to stay cool, even in the valley. Maybe we can ask someone who knows ice magic. Oh, yes, that might work. We could consult with the scholars. We won't be in any condition to fight if we're all exhausted when we reach the monastery. We may be able to return to Garreg Mach. Lady, I don't think you understand just how fucked the people holding that place are. There is nothing that could keep Byleth out of there now. Yep. Hello,
I
item
carry a little of
shopkeeper.
everything here.
Give me all of your
You've got
master
knife
seals,
quality,
please.
friend. Hope to see you again soon.
I was thinking, got a minute?
The previous leader of the Alliance looked gentle as a kitten, but was tough as nails old man who kept his cards close to his chest. What do you think of the new guy, Claude? I've been doing some digging into him. Yeah, he's a schemer, alright.
Let's see.
Not sure yet. I've only talked with him a little, but he came off as a bit conniving.
I don't know.
I guess that means he can use his head, which is good for a leader. Unless he's the kind of guy who'd jerk you around. That'd be a problem. Thank you, Balthus. Very insightful. Finally on our way to Garreg Mach. Even I'm all fired up. That place is special to me. There was this lady once who treated me like absolute shit. Oh, and I'm all stocked up.
Well, hello there.
And Anna's still getting away with her price gouging because Shez is too dumb to ask Byleth about it.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Garreg Mach's smack dab in the middle of Fodlan, right?
Yeah.
I know it's got historical significance, but is it really worth sacrificing so many lives over? Nah, it's probably got like some hidden underground city or something.
Let's see.
It's a huge building, probably with some crazy catacombs underneath. Who knows what kind of secrets might be hiding down there? You think so too, huh? There definitely were some suspicious passages beneath the monastery. I would know, I lived there. Gerald! I had our formations adjusted so that I could avoid the knights, and, well, Lady Rhea especially. But I didn't expect that she'd come to this camp herself. Not the Kingdom Army expected
I
it
hate
either.
to ask, but
I don't mind if you talk to Lady Rhea, but just keep us out of it. And especially don't mention Byleth. The two of them have a bit of a complicated history. Are you kidding me? Byleth is looking for Punch Lady.
That's concerning.
It sure feels strange fraternizing with our arch enemies. But bridging the gap is all part of the fun. I suppose you didn't get the pun. You see, it's a play on arch enemies and bridging the gap. What do you think? I've been really sharpening my joke skills these past 2 years. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Eloise, can you just not...
They say that long ago, this area wasn't a valley, but a lush, vast forest. But when the goddess saw how thoroughly corrupt humans had become, she flew into a rage. She unleashed divine judgment from the heavens, reducing the entire region of Aelel to ash. Do you think the flames are still burning under the ground after all this time? Probably. See, I mean, the first thing Claude did when he showed up again was hand you Marianne and then say, hey, want some help stealing the school back? Conniving or not, dude is pretty alright. There definitely were some pretty suspicious catacombs under the monastery. Yeah, I bet you could even fit a whole platoon of horses down there for some reason. Oh great, Gilbert's telling everyone that shit again. Yeah, you know, as you do.
Dropping things.
Willow's throwing tablets at me, you guys. Valley of Torment. Oh, the name alone sends chills down my spine. And even if I survive, my father's gonna be waiting at Garreg Mach on the other side. Now I'm doubly terrified. You all go on ahead. I'm just gonna burrow under a blanket forever.
Come on.
Oh, hang in there, Bernadetta. You can do this. We're gonna need all our best fighters to win this thing. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I can do this. Aw, look at that. Bernie being kind of confident.
Well...
The Strang army would have invaded by now if we didn't have the Margrave keeping watch. After one particularly fierce conflict long ago, it was agreed that Strang and its people would be subject to Fargus's will. However, they still attack in hopes of claiming our fertile lands.
Incidentally,
On the other hand, Dusker and Fargus had a tumultuous relationship decades ago, and yet you can count the number of conflicts between them on one hand. That could be due to Dusker's lands being more fertile than the ones in Fargus. Bernie, it's fine. Byleth has been waiting for a chance at your dad's head for literally years now. She did promise you she was going to, like, kill him. Well, we stayed a good while, but it's finally time to say goodbye to the Kingdom Army base camp. Once the Battle of Garreg Mach is over, we'll be joining up with the Alliance. I promised the gang here that we'd throw back a few drinks and celebrate once Garreg Mach is reclaimed. Good for you, random Alliance man.
You there.
This plan works and we retake Garreg Mach, then the war will be over. As long as the Empire isn't run by fools, that is.
Are you sure?
I think so. We might drive the Empire back, but who knows how long the Alliance will play nice. Ah, the Alliance. That possibility hadn't crossed my mind. You're sharper than you look. Yeah, who knows when Claude is gonna decide he's done with us. What are these people thinking approaching Garreg Mach through that insufferable valley? It is unbearably hot, the paths are precarious, and danger lurks around every corner. Ugh, what misery. So depressing, in fact, that I want to go back to bed. I always want to go to bed, loser. And again, I also literally did that this morning. My alarm woke up, and I rolled over, grabbed my phone, did two things, and went, fuck it, I'm going back to sleep.
So, because my car ended up being boxed in by the horrifically drunk, I actually ended up having to spend last night at the Beach Hobos.
Oh, you should have brought the doggo with you then.
Should have. Anyway, I forgot that the horrifically drunk turn into the horrifically hungover. So I was the only person in the entire household awake until 11:30 in the morning. Because everybody else was just passed the fuck out.
The war will be over, provided the Empire isn't run by fools, that is. Yeah, some funny story about that, Shamir. Yeah. Now that the Alliance forces have joined us, we should be returning to Claude's command. However, we will continue to work with you all until we have reclaimed the monastery. I'm glad to hear it. I was worried you all would cut out of here as soon as you could. I was hoping you would, but the others, you know, we fought so many battles together at this point. It's like you belong here anyway. The order comes from Claude, but it was never our intention to leave partway through. We are proof of the friendship between the Kingdom and the Alliance, so to speak. We appreciate your continued cooperation. Excuse me, you're the one cooperating with us. Please get your roles straight. At long last, it seems we will be able to return to Garreg Mach. The monastery is like home to me. It is the only place I can imagine going back to. I vow to do my very best, so I hope you all will lend me your strength. Once we are safely behind Garreg Mach's walls again, I hope we can reopen the Officers' Academy as well.
A moment.
I know the terrain from Garreg Mach to Aelel well. I shall act as our guide. Of course, the Archbishop will be leading us in battle, and is prepared to employ the full might of the Knights of Seros. Oh, you're recognizing Violet as Archbishop again! How cute! If we squander this opportunity, so too goes our chance to retake Garreg Mach. We must succeed at all costs. The goddess's protection is on our side. Let us fight together to claim victory. I would love to believe that in our own, canon, once Byla shows up and goes and tracks down Rhea, Rhea just immediately abdicates being Archbishop.
I mean, honestly, probably.
It's like, oh, well, you can be Archbishop now, and then Byleth immediately abdicates it back because fuck that noise.
You know, the second she comes in contact with Rhea, Rhea's like, Mother?
Well.
What Mercedes said about the Death Knight has been bothering me. I also talked with some people in the Alliance army, and they haven't seen him either. A monster like him can't live without fighting, so it's hard to believe he's just gone. Maybe he died.
What do you think?
I know he's strong, but I can't imagine he could defy death forever. Yeah, maybe. Still, it's all fine with me if it means we don't have to face him again. Foreshadowing.
You
Petra,
must speak.
I have returned to ALL. Last time, I was defeated and surrendered. At that time, I was chasing the Archbishop. She is here now, also. Is this what is called fate? Nah. Fate's a different franchise.
Are you sure?
It's just the way things shook out. Is it really bothering you that
No.
much? It is not, but I cannot help but have worry. It feels like a bad omen for battle. Perhaps that is why my heart is racing. I'd hope for a swift return to my unit. Excuse me. But now that we've come so far together,
Essentially.
I must admit, I've grown very fond of the people in this army. I used to feel such animosity toward Fargus, but now I actually want them to win. Can't believe it. You know, I can't imagine people are going to take it well when they bring up the Death Knight, only to have Byleth immediately respond with, "Who? Wasn't that guy Mercy's brother or something?" Don't worry, Flade, he'll get back to school. Someone is going to see to that. Consequences for failure to recruit Byleth is also more severe in Golden Wildfire and Scarlet Blade. Is it though? I would argue it's definitely not, because you don't lose a unit.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, like, Judith getting her ass killed is tragic.
Like, yeah.
Especially for Claude.
It sucks. But you haven't, like, you as the player have not lost a unit. This is definitely the most punishing route as a player to fail to recruit Byleth on. In addition to being the hardest route to recruit Byleth on.
Yeah.
And also the latest recruit for Byleth in the game.
Yeah, I would argue the most...
Like, Claude literally gets Byleth in, like, Chapter 9.
But see, here's the thing, though, about, like, the Byleth recruit. Like, I still feel the worst about Roderick, even though in terms of how he's built up, how the units that get killed are built up in this game. Like, from just this game, I felt a much deeper connection to Judith than I did to Roderick. But with Roderick, you also have all of the history of Three Houses behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, Judith plays a huge role in Three Houses in the Golden Deer route, make no mistake there. But it's also been a million years since the last time I played the Golden Deer route, whereas, you know, Go Sabers is fresh in memory.
You heard it here first, folks. Willow is over 1 million years old.
Can't
By her own admission.
But I'd point out I'm the younger sibling.
I've been claiming to be old for years now, so get on my level. There haven't been any sightings of Ferdy or Hubie in months. I hope they've been nearly stripped of their station, or not, and not something worse. I know there are enemies, but I wonder if we'll see them at Garrick Mach. Game honestly made me feel worse about Roderick's death in houses than his actual death in houses did. I know, right? Don't knock my towel rack off the wall again, thanks.
I am not going to touch your towel rack. Of course, I barely touched it the last time, so...
Garrick Mach lies before us at last, the final piece of our strategy. The enemy could be lurking anywhere, though, so we need to keep our wits about us.
You know your bathroom door doesn't close with the towel rack, right?
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. ALL's harsh environment and unusual terrain make it unsuitable for large armies, but it is perfect for guerrilla tactics. The enemy's not the only one who will be taking advantage of that. But it is perfect. Oh, yes. There we go. I think Scarlet Blaze comes out at a terrible price of losing the ability to recruit Leone if you fail to recruit Byleth. Oh no. Oh no, Leone recruit. What a tragedy. I mean, Chapter 14 is always different, though. Like... Yeah, that's a bonus, not a loss. I was just thinking the same thing. Hey, Byleth.
Hey!
Oh, you look puzzled. Something wrong?
No.
I just feel strange. Everyone's been much more welcoming than I thought they'd be. No one's all that terrified of me. Silly.
Please, listen.
While you were fighting in the west, we've been shuttling between the eastern and western fronts, providing support. The Eastern Front had their share of struggles as well. The Alliance's meager forces were up against the Minister of Military Affairs' army, after all. Though the enemy was superior in number and more experienced, the Alliance was able to stave off the onslaught through a deft deployment of strategies. Hold for 1 second, guys. Something's spinning up on the other side that I gotta go put this quiet to real quick.
But yeah, bathroom door doesn't close with the towel. Where it is. Okay, that's controller 1. I don't want that controller.
Why do you keep doing things like that which line up with the narrative? Alright, and here we've got...
Oh, hi!
We're gonna take back the monastery next, aren't we? It's been ages. I miss the Officers' Academy. I was never good at book learning, but it was fun hanging out with everyone from our classes. What do you remember most? The mock battle.
Yeah, I
Probably
don't
the
know.
mock battle, though I wouldn't say it's exactly a good memory. Oh yeah, you got yourself in a real mess back there. We had a pretty great party afterwards, though.
Oh, man.
I wonder what's going on at the monastery right now. Anyone from the old days still there? A single person's actually afraid or anything. It's kind of weird. It's funny the first couple times it happened, but now it's genuinely confusing when you actually have Violet saying, yeah, everyone's been really welcoming. Yeah, you know. Fine.
Hey.
A lot of people in the church are wound up about that power of yours. Some of them even suspect you're in league with Tomas. But I don't think that's true. We can trust you, right?
Right on.
Of course, I'm not good at putting one over on people anyway. Gotcha. Hey, you know I was told to keep you away from Lady Rhea, but she seems to trust you, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Thanks, Serial. Mercenary?
Oh, it's you.
Alright, this is it. We're finally storming Garreg Mach. My blood's boiling. But I gotta say, if we're gonna attack him anyway, there's no need to sweat our backsides off sneaking through ALL. We should just kick down the doors and start knocking Imperial skulls. Serial, did Violet go off to find you and drag you over here? Why the fuck are you here right now? I mean, Rhea's here too, so... That's why he's here, because Rhea's here.
Say.
But tell me, are you one of the people worried about Lady Rhea's ability to command on the front lines?
Nuh-uh.
Not really. She used to deploy the knights to settle conflicts, didn't she? And to good effect from what I've heard. It's not hard to imagine she would make a great commander. That's right. She's got more experience leading armies than most of our generals combined. I wanted to fight by her side, but Lady Rhea insisted I aid the Kingdom Army. Oh. Unfortunate. I've just seen, by the way, up here.
Greetings, friend. Nothing to report.
Now that we've got the Alliance and Church on our side, I'm starting to think we can win this thing. We have a real humdinger of a battle coming, so I'll be cheering for you from here. A real humdinger of a battle! Most assuredly, I'll tell you what.
Greetings.
Rhea,
So it is.
I've heard tell of your exploits. You've been working rather hard, it seems. Though it may not have been for the Church, you saved our lives nonetheless. As the Archbishop of the Church of Seros, allow me to express my sincere gratitude.
You sure?
Oh, it was nothing. No need to thank me personally or anything. You have earned the goddess's favor regardless of your beliefs. The Empire, on the other hand, must face severe punishment for inciting such a foolish conflict. I ask that you continue to wield your magnificent power with righteousness.
I entrust this to you.
For Fodlan and all who reside here, I am counting on you. Yeah, sure thing, Rhea. Alright. Constance. I have finally returned to my old self. Now my name shall be known throughout all of Fargus as well. Good luck with that. How are you gonna make a name for yourself?
Indeed.
Through magic, of course. My aim is to master the magical arts. I swear one day I shall restore House Nouvelle to its former glory. Oh, shade, Constance. Alright, what's up? It is quite fortunate we were able to convince Gerald's mercenaries to join our cause. I have no doubt they will play a key role in recapturing Garrett Mach, though it pains me to send them into battle when they wish to avoid the church. Odlin's fate hangs in the balance. We have no choice but to rely on their strength. Yes, we must join forces now and end this conflict as swiftly as possible. Greetings, Commander. I have nothing to report, but it is good to see Professor Byleth with our forces. Huh? Why'd you call her that? I'm not sure, but I'm glad to see her nonetheless. Yep, sounds about right, huh? Okay. You unlock the prologue battle, Evil's Bane and Love's Protection. Yep. We've got 3 paralogs and we've got ALL. Which, I mean, like, obviously we're not going to do ALL right now. That seems foolish. So, let's go get our chores out of the way. Wait, was there 2 yellow?
We all must do our fair share.
Oh, wow, those guys are really hidden. The blue kind of stands out better than the yellow does, to be honest.
Got a minute?
Are we sure Her Grace the Archbishop should be commanding the front lines? We could get real hairy out there. Can she even fight? Though I did hear she took command during the battle when the monastery fell. At any rate, we can't let anything happen to her. Gotta stay sharp out there. Your story. And then there's somebody like... Oh, you. Right. Hey, I'm Jets, the #1 breadwinner in Gerald's Mercenaries. Nice to meet you. I have a brother. I don't know. I've been alone my whole life. Why are you looking like you've seen a ghost? Was it something I said?
To be a reference to what's his name Getz back at the beginning.
Yes, it's actually the exact same model. Yeah. It's literally just Getz again. True story.
Care to make yourself useful?
Gerald, you definitely have people that you need to like support with, right? Like Rodrigue.
Counting on you both.
Let's get this over with.
Indeed. Let's give it our best.
We all must do our fair share.
Okay,
Care to make yourself useful?
and we get... Byleth. Somebody else. Byleth and Ingrid.
on you both.
Leave it to me.
Let's do this together.
We all must do our fair
Listen,
share.
the game gave us a
Can you make
knife that
yourself
Dimitri
useful?
can awkwardly give to another female in his life.
We did that like forever ago.
No, I mean that's what the gift was for the perfect in the mission.
Oh, gotcha.
Was a hunting knife.
And then Lewin mysteriously disappeared for a while.
We all must do our fair share.
Good thing
Care to
that
make yourself
Ingrid's
useful.
not wielding Lewin. She's wielding the Lance of Ruin.
We all must do our share to make yourself useful.
Oh, we got blue cheese. Hell
This
yeah.
is all thanks to you.
Oh no, I should be the one thanking you.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Now we got tea leaves. Of course, Byleth gets here and we instantly start getting tea leaves.
Right?
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Yes, but technically I don't think the Lance of Ruin should actually be around yet, unlike Lewin that I think she just shows up already having.
No, we'd have the Lance of Ruin
No,
by now.
yeah, Lance of Ruin just shows up with
Sylvain.
Sylvain. Like, you get handed a butt ton of heroes relics right out of the gate on Dimitri's route.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
We all must do our fair share.
Alright, to the training grounds.
Time to work you into shape.
Alright, Gerald. You come along and start training some of those early classes that I never got around to training you in. And then even though Byleth has already like mastered everything, I'm just gonna stick him with Byleth. I wanna get those supports.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Oh, was it from a paralogue? Regardless, point is we definitely would have had it by now. Alright.
Hey,
I'll remember. The more.
Kid,
I've got this.
Okay, game. Whatever.
Prowess. Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
No, not Byleth. Can't modify Byleth. Somebody apparently stole Shamir's training partner at some point. Constance mastered being on a attacking dragon, so she can go run to the sniper now.
I can use this.
This is... I have... No.
And Lawrence has mastered being a punch boy. Seth has mastered being an archer. Yuri has mastered being a punch boy. Willow has mastered sneezing.
You take that back, I have not.
I didn't know. The more power, the better.
I still have
No surprises.
I didn't think.
Hope this is good for.
I've got the hang of.
Ignatz has mastered being a Abyss Hop. Geralt has mastered
I can use
Yep.
this.
Alright.
I'll remember this. The more power.
Proud.
And a couple more C ranks.
Time to work you into
Like how
shape.
Violet doesn't need to train because she got so fucking strong during her revenge quest, but she still wanted to go to the training grounds anyway, just to spend time with her dad. Yeah, exactly. Lawrence, you can learn to be a war master.
Now you will see my...
Yo. Ignatz, you can learn to be a dark bishop.
I'll do whatever...
Yuri, you can learn to be a grappler, apparently. I think I just switched him to by accident because I was clicking too fast, but whatever. Sedeth, you can learn to be a bow knight.
I must set course.
Gerald, you can learn to be an assassin.
I think that...
Nerd, go learn to be more of a nerd. Yeah, exactly. Right. And then we need to
Proper
stop
training,
back by
you'll be
the
unstoppable.
item shop. To go... that's the blacksmith, you know.
Let's see. I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend. Hope to see you again soon.
Okay. got everything done here. What's the next agenda item, Willow?
Well, we could actually go run the paralogs. We probably should.
Welcome. Thanks a bunch.
Greetings.
Here's just a question.
Which battle do you wish to reflect on?
So we missed... We missed an S rank there. Why did we miss an S rank there?
Oh. Oh no.
Let's go fix that lack of S rank. I think we've had 2 maps we failed the S rank. Rescue the soldier and their allies. Soldier, the Myrmidon, or the fighter is routed.
Press the Willow Place button.
Of course, it's starting us on the exact opposite side of the map from our sports, but...
No mistakes.
Why did I close?
Oh no.
my ability to see chat?
I don't know.
Leave this one to me.
This'll be easy with I will give it my all. I will assist. We must make haste.
My job is to ensure we emerge victorious.
I beg your assistance at once.
Location secure. This stronghold could be important.
Hey, I found a fire tornado.
I found a flame. More accurately, a flame finally got one on me.
You fought well. You might be a demon to your enemies, but you're a hero to your friends.
Success.
We're on kills. About halfway on kills.
The stronghold's ours.
Let's go.
Bitter and black as coffee. And that's that.
I find you curious and strangely captivating.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
We did it! I shall take back all
We
that
are
is
over
mine.
on kills, I believe. Yep. Now we just gotta finish. Each of these bases hasn't been taken yet.
Over here, present.
Okay, did the thing. Retreating. Middle of when that happens. Is that why we missed it? Because these fuckers are slow?
You could not stop me if you tried.
How much time do we have to get them where they're supposed to go?
3 minutes. Hurry up, loser. Is the game really just not gonna spawn more dudes?
I mean, they basically, like, have to, right?
One would certainly think.
There they are.
Me too! Return to ash!
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
I do like that in canon, Sophis and Byleth are just cleaning up all of Jez's mistakes.
Nothing wrong with putting in a little extra work. Just watching you work makes my heart flutter. I'm dragging the others down.
Hurry up, loser, Merm, get in there. There we go. Wait, was this the map where Willow spent half of it wandering around not doing anything and just got lost? Because that might have actually been why. Ah, that's better.
I went above and beyond.
No, I think we'd still somehow S-ranked the mission where I got lost.
Like, JPEG is reading all of Shez's mission reports to Byleth, and Byleth just goes, wow, she screwed up like that? This is how I would have done this. Well,
What's this?
This is the one where we had to only deploy one unit. And we got a B rank on it because it took like 1,000,000 damage. Alright.
Eyes open.
Let's go.
I'll handle this like any other job.
Hello, Ashen Demon. Nice to meet you.
Location secure.
600 days.
Just as I thought. No mercy.
Listen, you. You're being very rude. Please die.
The stronghold's ours.
We'll give it a shot.
I do hope you'll make this fun for me.
Let's begin. No mercy.
Sorry, but I gotta fall back.
Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
You got 40 kills yet?
Strategy.
Wounds are severe. Have to fall back.
Excuse me, sir. I did not give you first aid.
Location secure.
Anyway, see ya.
That went well. You could have done better. No mercy. Another battle survived.
No, you did not S-rank that one because I actually went back and checked while you were fixing Chez's mistakes.
See, all you need to do is run faster than a horse, can and turn the place into a blazing hellscape. It's really not that hard to understand. You... What? People can't run that fast.
Skill issue. Absolutely a skill issue.
I went above and beyond.
And also in the same part, there's this one that we failed to get enough kills on, I think? Or it
No,
might
I
have
think
been
it was a time issue.
Or it might have been damage again.
There were a couple we were over on time, too, as I recall, just because of how confusing the map was.
I am the beginning.
I went faster, didn't I?
Send a flower to battle and watch it bloom. I can fight as well.
No mistakes. Time to go to
Or you might have gotten hit by Punch Boy. It's the other possibility.
Leave this one to me.
That still wouldn't explain why you
This'll
wouldn't
be
have
easy with
already
both
had
of
the
us.
S.
Because I haven't played this on Maddening.
Oh, fair.
When I did my last run through this, I skipped all of the side stuff, and because I was just blitzing the main mission.
I will give it my all. I will
I do have
assist
the
you.
S on a lower difficulty, just not on maddening.
Work. I'll help you to the best of my ability. Meager though it may be. Tell me what to do.
Everyone, advance! I mustn't bring shame upon my good name.
We can do this.
You shall pay for this, you hear?
Looks like that's it for us.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
You'll have to take these with me.
We need your help.
You fool!
The stronghold's ours.
So nice for Violet and Jacob to be working together.
Right?
Location secure.
You shall pay for this, you hear?
Looks like that's it for us.
We're not losing to anyone! I do hope you'll make this fun.
This guy. I think it's probably.
I'll give it an honest attempt.
Uh-huh. Okay, you summoned some losers. Should I care?
Are we supposed to?
Don't know.
Knowing when to
Unclear.
retreat is a vital strategy.
It does say to stop the people using
Can't
that.
gain any ground! We can't gain any ground!
I did protect the scout.
We did it!
That's cool.
Mission complete!
That's nice. Good for the scout.
I think we just need to defeat that one last camp up there on the ground.
Okay.
Looks like that's it for us.
I'll let my crest buff drop. I need to kill 3 more assholes.
Oh no. Whatever we're going to
stronghold's
do
ours.
about that situation, I wonder.
I shall take back all that is mine.
Yeah, that looks like about 3.
Well, I've also definitely killed horsing around in here.
Oh, I get it.
Awaits us. I know it does.
Oh, this map isn't the one where Willow got decked in the face and lost 99% of her health. That was the one where Mycen showed up.
I went above and beyond.
And bam, just like that, we've corrected the timeline and everything is an S rank. I think. Yes. Everything is an S rank. Including the chapter we haven't done yet, because I've managed that on my last playthrough. I full cleared 16 in. final chapter as well. And the paralogs, they just don't actually tell you. Like, it, even if you do have everything S rank, it never says all S rank on there. It doesn't display it.
It might. I wonder if there are paralogs that you just haven't unlocked yet because of support ranks between units that you just hadn't gotten to.
I don't think so. You know, just out of curiosity, where is it? Not Golden Wildfire, sorry. How badly does Byleth trivialize this? And by corrected the timeline, you actually mean that Byleth scribbled a cool-looking S over top of a couple of Shez's mission reports to rub it in JPEG's face and how easy they are to draw.
Still can't draw them without looking at a reference image of it. Still can't do it.
Strange. Could have sworn I heard someone just now.
Really not that hard.
I was led to believe she would not be participating today. Perhaps the church granted the lady a special dispensation?
Wait, what's Ferdinand doing here? Oh, right. Today's the mock battle. So I guess this is the battlefield? Well, I'm totally lost.
I see you have taken the side of the enemy. Very well. Expect no mercy from me.
You're dead, Ferdinand.
Huh? No, I'm just trying to find... Guess I'm not talking my way out of this one.
As if I did not have my hands full already. But perhaps the
Oh,
enemy
I
of my
must have
enemy...
been absolutely livid when JPEG read this one to her.
I guess it would be better to take out the stronger one first.
I am undone.
Ferdinand has fallen. Very well. In that case, I shall take you on myself.
Forgive me, Your Highness. I must retreat.
I lost? Oh, the absurdity of it all.
I never even got the chance to explain.
That mercenary is not supposed to be here. Or am I misremembering how this works?
Well, it would be a bit boring to call off the battle now. Why don't we join forces against our new foe?
3 classes against one highly skilled mercenary. I like it. Charge!
Okay, I know this is my fault, but come on!
This is like fighting a brick wall. Better cut my losses and pull back.
Hello.
Who the real mercenary is?
Oh, Leone! Wow, Leone died like an absolute bitch.
What a
Time for me to
surprise.
hit the training grounds.
Byleth just murdered her super hard.
Show me what you've got.
Felix?
No mercy.
What a strange fighting technique. I wonder where it comes from.
Stick that in your MVP and suck it, Felix.
Today. But you'll be mine next time, I swear it.
Doubted.
close, but I'm glad it's finally over. Yeah, looks like I spoke too soon.
Third wave, move in.
Cover me, please. I'm going.
How'd you do?
Of course.
Dedue does not handle magic well.
Never has.
Your Highness. And best of luck.
This doesn't look good for me. Oh dear. I am feeling overmatched.
You could have done better.
Nerd!
I need you, Ignatz. I can't do this alone.
Wait, you need me? I mean, yes. Let's go. I can only do what
Twofer.
I
The nerd and that bitch had never joined our class. We're not gonna get enough kills for this. I don't think.
Make sure to protect me, Hubert.
And Monica.
I will be behind you, so be sure to take cover whenever appropriate.
You will trouble Lady Edelgard no longer.
Twofer.
Have some mischievous aim incoming here? Is that merely my imagination? You march into our battle and proceed to cut us all down like white wheat. Amusing.
I'll never be able to show my face around Lady Edelgard again.
Looks like it's down to us. Shall we?
Yes, let's. It will be good for the three of us to work together.
Dimitri, huh?
Let's go.
Getting rid of him first does seem like a good plan.
For us to hold back, right, Edelgard?
He's definitely the most dangerous out of them. Like, one tap from him is pretty much all of their health.
It's the goddamn super strength.
No mercy.
These people
And
seem
he's
quite
dead.
serious for a mock battle.
The Blue Lions are defeated. Well done.
No mercy.
Look out, there's a monster right behind you. Hey, it was worth a shot.
But you just seem to have decided that you weren't going to stagger in the middle of that, and that's not acceptable.
Knock it off, Claude.
Oh my god, please die, Claude!
Just like I thought. I'm no match for you in straight-up combat.
You.
That's it for the Golden Deer.
Edelgard was also there.
Yeah, I know. I need to buy some time, though.
Our impromptu alliance is going quite well. Whether it's enough to win is another story. I hadn't realized the extent of your power.
Well, find me more groups of enemies.
That's not exactly.
Look at the map, find the dots.
There aren't a ton, you know?
Find them.
There's one up to the north.
Thank you.
But Edelgard is hot on your tail.
Yeah, well, she can be. I ain't worried.
At east. There are dots back by where you spawned in still.
Just need another 100. Look, she can't keep up with me. Look how slow she is.
There are also still some dots remaining in the top upper portion of the square at the bottom.
Excuse me, Edelgard, gotta go. Top upper square at the bottom, okay. $48 more.
The right side of the square also has dots.
Yep.
There's still a dot left on the upper square too.
See it. 8 more. You look like about 8. Do you?
Nothing
What's up,
wrong with
Edelgard?
putting in a little extra work. No mercy.
The required kill count for this is pretty stupid, yes, I agree.
No mercy.
The Black Eagles must admit defeat.
Damn right.
The three of them together were a sight to behold.
Is it really okay that I won? I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for this later.
Like how pretty much all the dialogue that isn't coming from Shez and Arval specifically still checks out perfectly fine with Byleth being here. Damn it, I took too much damage. These two are looking through the records, and by the time they're all caught up, the only thing they could say is, really? They only fought Hubert twice so far? In the hell? Hey, watch out, there's a monster behind you. My monster here is me, Claude. Now get out that damn wyvern before I make you. Yeah, I mean, they weren't actually like a threat. At no point was I in danger, which is nice.
Greetings.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Alright, so. We've not done A with anyone.
Correct. There are still some bees we haven't seen, though, aren't there?
Yes, but we'll get to them as we get to them.
Okay.
Hey, Dimitri. Aren't you supposed to be on break today? What's got you down?
It's nothing. I suppose I'm just finding it difficult to relax. It is vexing to no end to lay around doing nothing, while everyone else busies themselves with vital work.
Nobody's forcing you to take vacations or anything. We just want you to have a little break every now and again. Why are you so desperate to work anyway?
Because it is my duty. No. It is the only way I know how to live. As part of the royal bloodline, my life has never for a moment belonged to me. Not even at the instant of my birth. And as a survivor of that horrible tragedy, there are certain responsibilities only I can shoulder.
I get where you're coming from, I think. I felt the same way after my company got wiped out. Still, nothing's gonna go the way you want if you can't bring yourself to trust people who just want to help. And don't even try to tell me you'd be happy with that.
All I want is to ease the pain, both for those who perished that day and for those who yet live. I'm fully aware that I will need to make sacrifices if I ever hope to accomplish that goal. But I will not drag others into my own personal crusade. I won't let anyone else suffer. So, you see, it's better for me to carry the burden myself. And better for everyone else as well.
You say you don't want to see people suffer. But what about you, Dimitri? What about your pain? You don't have a hope in the world of caring for other people if you can't care for yourself first.
I'm
Shez telling it to Dimitri like Violet never bothered to.
Yep.
And in truth,
Jez being the emotional support Violet never was to anyone.
I've never given the matter any thought. What would happiness even look like for me?
How can you not know something like that? Just think about it. What kind of things make you smile? Maybe when you finally conquer a tough rival? Or hold a banquet after surviving a dangerous battle?
I don't believe I bear the right to such happiness, but if that time were to come, it would be upon my death, having devoted my life to forming a peaceful kingdom full of joyful citizens.
Seriously? You can be downright dismal sometimes, you know that? Why is death the first thing that comes to mind when you think about being happy?
Dismal? Yes, perhaps you're right. But I find it difficult to consider anything else that may cause me joy.
Come on, nothing? What about ending this war quick and celebrating with all your friends? I'm sure Dedu and the others would whip up the grandest feast you've ever laid eyes on.
Just don't let Flame get to the fishy oil.
Wasted on me. But I suppose seeing the smiles on everyone's faces would be enough.
Thanks for thinking of us, oh great king. But fine, if you want to carry your own burdens for the rest
Dimitri,
of
I'm
your
pretty
life,
sure there's at least
so
one
be it.
person in this world who isn't going to let that be
I'll
the
just
only
have to
time
take
you
extra
actually
good
smile
care
in
of
your
you,
life.
Since you clearly won't do it yourself. For starters, you're gonna take a break, and by the goddess, you're gonna like it. Come on, Dimitri. We're gonna get you away from camp for a bit.
No words can express my gratitude.
How about thank you? That's usually a pretty good set of words to express your gratitude. Just saying. We have not done any of the sports with Linhardt, right?
I don't think we have, no.
Oh hey, looks like I'm not the first one to show up.
Hello there. No need to pay me any mind. I'll just be absorbed in my book here. I assume you've come to meet someone? As they've clearly not arrived yet, why don't you join me? Here.
Thanks. Hey, Linhardt, you're into all that spooky magic stuff, right? Like sorcery and crests and whatnot?
Yes. Why? Is there something you'd like to ask me?
Oh no, I was just thinking it's kind of weird that you've never really been interested in my power.
Do you want me to be?
You want me to study you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even understand it myself. But with you helping me, I might actually learn something.
Uh-huh. Well, not everything piques my interest. Your circumstances simply do not.
If you're not interested, then so be it. But is there any particular reason why?
Hard to say. Perhaps because a sword is the only thing you're able to manifest? Strictly speaking, I suppose your power does raise some questions. But that sinister weapon of yours, it just doesn't leave me all that interested in learning more.
Sinister, huh?
Starters, you are taking a damn break for once, Dimitri. Now come on, we're going camping.
Have you
but
ever beheld one of the
don't you have other things to do, Shez?
They also
I
possess the most
apparently have a
peculiar-
lot of free time now.
And yet, there's something almost...
Linhardt, she can
divine
fucking
about the
teleport
terror
at
they
will. The
instill.
fuck do you mean the sword is the
Your
only thing
sword?
she can do?
It's...
Yeah, but she can only teleport at will 3
maybe
times per
even
map.
inhuman. In more complex terms, it's little more than an inorganic, dispassionate construct. Not a hint of the goddess's divine guidance in its design. It's not as if you were able to choose what you manifested, right? It just came to you.
True. But what if I could turn it into something else and start manifesting different things?
Can you?
Would you be interested then?
Is such a thing possible? I would like to see that for myself, I must admit. In fact, I'd be quite excited by that. What a fascinating topic to lay at my feet.
Hey, it was just a suggestion. I have no idea if I can actually do it.
But aren't you the one who brought it up?
I mean, I guess only being able to teleport 3 times a day is less impressive than being able to rewind time well over a dozen times per day, but it's still impressive. I mean, yeah, it's definitely less impressive than time travel hacks.
Ah, it's you. How's it going? Any developments to report?
You mean with my power? Not really, no.
Perhaps using it regularly won't be enough to provoke growth. Good to know.
Hey, I thought you said you weren't interested. I mean, how many times
He
are you
looks
gonna
so
come
damn
ask me if
blue in
anything's
this lighting.
changed
He
before
does,
you're
doesn't he?
happy?
Weren't you the one so keen on piquing my interest? I only wanted to check how that was going. If you don't think it's possible, just tell me and I'll stop asking.
It's too soon to say, really.
Right, of course. We'll just have to keep trying then. How about this? Describe the circumstances in which you first awakened to your power. Maybe we
The
can
Ashen Demon
reproduce
killed
the
me.
Yeah, I was
situation and see
dying.
if lightning doesn't strike twice.
Well, I was staring death in the face when it happened. I'd been beaten so badly, I could barely stand. But I kept telling myself I wasn't ready to die yet. Then out of nowhere, it just came to me.
I suppose we shouldn't try to recreate those conditions. Nobody wants a dead officer on their hands. Let's consider some other potentially relevant factors. Who was your opponent? Where did the struggle take place? What time of day was it? Do you think your emotions played any part in it?
Lady here makes him look like
I was
less of a
fighting the
miniature
Ashen
Sedith and
Demon
more
of
like a
all
miniature
people.
version of that
I'm sure we
non-canon
could
loser
arrange another
Byleth that no
sparring
one cares
session.
about.
As for the when and where, we were in a forest at night. Pretty sure it was a full moon, too. And that leaves my
That
emotional
Byleth doesn't
state.
exist, Bio. That
But I
Byleth
don't know
can't
how I
hurt
could
you.
replicate the intense emotions of being at the brink of death like that.
I see, I see. That context would prove quite tricky to simulate. And if your power functions similar to a crest, revealing itself even when you don't intend it...
At least that Byleth
leaves
doesn't
only one
exist until
option.
we get to
Observing you on the
engage.
battlefield at all times.
In which case, that Byleth is the only Byleth that
This is
exists,
turning out to be
unfortunately.
more work than I signed up for.
Hey, weren't you telling me not to give up just a second ago? If I can do it, then so can you.
I'm not so sure.
That was only B. A.
So in the end, it seems we're no closer to unveiling the truth about your powers.
You can say that again. At this rate, the war will be over and done with by the time we make any headway.
That would admittedly be cause for celebration, at least. Your power, like that of a crest, is undoubtedly meant to be wielded as an instrument of war.
Hey, if you ever
as
need
the
to
tides of
reenact the
battle
circumstances
recede,
that led to
your
Arval
chances of
shouting at you in
encountering
your
a
head,
life or death
Violet does
situation
live a
grows
couple
slimmer and
live a
slimmer.
couple doors down from here now, Shez.
Therefore, you'll be forced to use your power less and less often. And that's probably for the best.
True. The less reason to unleash this on the world, the better.
You know, they say even a hero's relic, wielded by its corresponding crest bearer, will still drain a portion of that person's life. It's reasonable to suspect your power could have a similar impact on both your body and mind.
Hey, you're starting to scare me here.
Good, I was trying
Honestly,
to.
I was just planning on going back to being a regular old mercenary after the war ends. Can't really imagine life without a blade in my hand, you know?
I should have guessed. I imagine your expert services will be in high demand even once the conflict is over. In fact, the king himself seemed keen on asking you to settle down somewhere to support his rule.
Really? Not that I'm not flattered, of course, but putting down roots isn't really my thing.
No, I suppose not. Though I have to admit, it would put my mind at ease to have you by my side once this is all over.
You want me by your side? Would you care to elaborate on that?
Shez, you can erase an army in
Consider the
seconds. In what
possibilities.
world would
A
you go back to
seemingly
being a
unarmed
regular
attendant who's able to
mercenary
produce a
after this
sword in
is
the
all
blink of an
over?
eye. It would be a great crime deterrent, don't you think? You'd prove quite handy on my
Well,
travels.
she'd just have to start a rival mercenary group to Gerald's mercenaries. And set a new standard for what is a standard mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
I figured that's what you meant. A pure Linhart answer, if I've ever heard one. But how's that any different from a regular bodyguard? Seems like you could just hire one of those and be done with it.
Maybe so, but I don't want to be spending the rest of my life with a random bodyguard, do I?
Hold on, what?
Okay,
Oh,
Shez,
well,
you can
look
do
at the
way better
time.
than this
It seems
loser.
I've forgotten
Just saying.
urgent matter I need to attend to. Bye for now.
True story.
Wait, Linhart, come back!
Let him go.
But his proposal was sweet.
All right, Bernie, what are we going to learn about, prejudice
hi.
today?
Bernadetta, listen. I'm sorry about what happened back there.
Oh, it wasn't your fault. I'm the one who should be apologizing.
I didn't realize things could even go that bad. I'm glad we managed to get you in front of the meanest looking guy in my company. But that didn't last long before the nerves got to you. Quickest I've ever seen someone run, let me tell you.
And then I accidentally stepped on that horse's tail, so it started going wild and totally trashed the place. It'll probably take weeks for them to clean that up. Oh, you really did it this time, Bernie.
Hey, we all make mistakes. Water under the bridge, you know?
Yeah, thanks.
That aside, though, you still want to do something about your shyness, right? I can see why this is a bigger problem than your whole staying indoors thing. Your anxieties can be quite the hurdle to overcome.
I guess you're right. At least not going outside only makes problems for me.
Either way, now we know how things turn out when we try to force the issue. Looks like we're better off taking an incremental approach.
How's that work?
Slowly.
Well, we can start by having
That's
you
why it's
hide nearby
incremental.
while I talk to someone you're afraid of. Then, I don't know, if the conversation gets interesting, maybe you can come out and join in?
I'm not going to care whether it's interesting or not. It doesn't matter if they're serious or boring or the most fascinating person in the world. All I care about is that they don't scare me.
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be tough
And
to
then I
manage
stepped
on
on that
its own,
horse's
huh?
tail, and Marianne got really mad at me, and now
Well,
now their whole
maybe
camp
the
is
incremental
frozen over.
approach won't
I
actually
don't
be as
even know
hard
she
as we
can do
think.
that.
Really? How do you figure?
I mean, I did used to think you were pretty terrifying. But with all this stuff we've been doing together, I've actually gotten used to you. And now I'm not really shy around you, am I?
Not exactly flattered to hear that, but, well, I guess I'll just be glad I don't.
Anymore.
Sounds like spending
keyword.
time with someone is the key. Which means we'll just have to toss you straight into the deep end and see if you can swim.
No, not the deep end! I hate the deep end!
Oh, Bernie.
Sorry, just messing with you. Anyway, here's hoping you and I can keep getting closer, Bernadetta.
Right.
I guess we'll just keep you in the shallow end. No, I hate the shallow end.
I
only
don't like
the middle
pools. I'm hydrophobic.
No, she only likes the middle of the pool. Alright,
Well,
so
it's pretty much time.
next time, fair warning, is going to be like
Nothing
skits.
but sports.
Lots of skits. So like,
And probably the stream after that, and maybe the stream after that.
we'll pick up with Dorothea next time. And we'll almost definitely get through Shez's stuff. And then we'll go over to Dimitri and carry on from Dimitri. Just kind of.
Should we just preemptively do Yuritsa's supports? Because it's just
No.
going to be him and Mercy, right? And Shez? On this route?
And Adel. Okay, that doesn't track.
No, it doesn't.
Mercedes. Catherine.
Yeah, but you
I
haven't
don't-
even earned
I
those.
don't have those, but also Catherine.
And Bio says, and now begins my hell.
Sorry, Bio.
We love you, Bio.
Alright, well, call it here and let you get to it, I suppose. So,
Alright, till then.
until next week.
We'll catch you guys later.